Dogtown's airstrip, southern Utah. Trainer Sherry Woodard and Dogtown manager Michelle Besman are headed to Omaha, Nebraska.
We're ready for anything.
The Nebraska Humane Society has just rescued 150 dogs from a dog breeding facility.
We were actually contacted and told that the shelter where these animals had landed was overwhelmed and they needed help.
As soon as they arrive, Sherry and Michelle are briefed on the dog's condition.
Mostly they are very filthy animals, covered in lice. They are very matted. We're pretty much shaving most of them down. We also have found parasites of every kind.
They come from a puppy mill, a commercial dog breeding operation.
Puppy mills are places where people factory farm puppies. They are kept in cages. They are not handled, and they are bred, and their babies are taken away, often underaged, and sold to pet stores, to brokers, and online.
Dogtown's experts are often called in by shelters across America.
We were asked if we would be willing to take on the most challenging, the dogs that they knew would require the most work.
There's one dog in particular, a little black terrier that attacks anything near him.
He just bit one of his friends.
Their first challenge, kenneling the dogs for transport.
Ooh, these you did? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
They don welding gloves and move into the pens.
You ready?
This one will bite. Harry has bit me several times.
He might be flying through the air trying to bite us. It's still an option, sweetheart. Nope, he's going up. Okay, sweetie, hey.
You sure he's gonna stay in this thing? Yeah, like putting an alligator in a bag.
Oh, he's out.
All right, there you go. Scruff, got him.
Okay, good. There you go.
He's looking for the opening.
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
We're locked up here, so.
we got you, baby.
It's daybreak at Dogtown trainer Sherry Woodard's house. She spent the night with the 10 dogs rescued from the Nebraska Puppy Mill.
They're all, except for one, they're crated in my kitchen right now.
She names the aggressive black terrier Animal.
No growling.
Sherry's challenge with Animal? Domesticating him. Teaching him not to be terrified of people.
It was very sad to me. It's hard to see animals that don't have skills at all and have been living in fear and think the worst of what's going to happen when people are near them.
In the puppy mill, Animal lived in a 2-square-foot cage. He couldn't escape his own filth. He didn't have other dogs to teach him normal canine hygiene. Animal's fur is almost solid with dried urine and feces.
Sorry. This is awful. Oh, we gotta get the Okay, hang on.
They have no idea that we're trying to help them. A blind kind of panic of screaming and thrashing and trying to get away.
Neutering reduces a dog's aggression. Sherry hopes it'll make Animal easier to train.
A lot has to happen, certainly in the beginning, and some of it's not pleasant, so we'll try to balance it out. Actually, we'll try to go heavy on the good stuff, so lots of really yummy food and space to move around, other dogs to build relationships with. It'll take him a while.
We ended up needing to shave Animal, and I kept as much of the hair on his ears and on his face as I could, thinking that that would help him to feel more comfortable, that he wouldn't have the huge change to not having hair over his eyes, which is how he has lived.
It's a clean start for Animal. A new look, and Sherry hopes the start of a new life.
Maybe he just wants to know it's there.
The little terrier has recovered from his surgery. He's more comfortable without his matted fur. Most important, he's becoming attached to Sherry.
I think he still has strange moments when he clearly doesn't have it right. He doesn't have normal behavior sometimes, but I think he's beginning to figure it out. And soon he'll start to figure out who he is and who he wants to be.
Today's his first venture into the world outside our house.
There we go.
The garden outside Dogtown's Welcome Center is a vast place to a dog who's lived his entire life locked in a cage.
Oops. He has a bold side that must be genetics, and then he has a lot of fear. So I don't ever know what to expect, which side is going to come out. He has moments of panic, which are clearly fear, and then he has moments when he truly seems like he's getting it. Animal is still an unknown as far as what we will see as he makes progress. He could surprise everyone and become close to normal, which would surprise me, would be amazing. I want to be hopeful, but only time will really tell us what he can do and what he ultimately will become.